Greetings, every people. This is your cult of personality here. ToonKritic's the name. Toon's the name of my game. Man, oh man, if there's one thing I love pirates. Treasure Planet is one of my all-time favorite pirate movies. I say pirate because pirate just sounds better in my head. But there's one movie that I've gotten a lot of requests for that I never looked at, and it just so happens to be about pirates. We have Sinbad, Legend of the Seven Seas here, and I am not alone. I am joined by the lovely Mimkage.
Hi.
Who I should probably also mention is my girlfriend now.
And I've never been happier.
So, Mimi, what did you think of this movie? Like, what was one thing you liked about it? Because I remember we were bored one night. We were trying to find a movie to watch, and this somehow came up like randomly, so we just went with this.
I actually like this movie. I'm big on art and aesthetics, and I love how all the colors work in here. It's just beautiful.
Yeah. I was really impressed with this movie. I believe this movie was made 2003. This is like, I think, one of the last traditionally animated DreamWorks movies. I know they had Spirit, they had Road to El Dorado. This one, not a lot of people talk about this movie.
Yeah, it's pretty underrated, at least how I see it. It's a pretty good movie.
Yeah. What did you think of, like, the story?
The story, well, it was kind of unpredictable, really. You weren't really expecting some of the things that kind of happened until they kind of happened.
Yeah, I loved so many different points in this where I thought one thing was going to go one way, but then it just decided, haha, no, we're going to do this instead.
And then it's like, once you realize what is happening and it happens, you're like, oh, yes.
Yeah,
I have to say...
No, go ahead.
I wasn't expecting at all the twist with the chick in this movie.
Spoilers, by the way, if you've never seen this movie, spoilers, just going to put that tag right up there.
Yeah.
Yeah, as you can see in the picture, Mimi actually drew this, and I find it quite appropriate that I'm Sinbad. Oh, it's hilarious, though, because I looked at him, and I'm just like, roguish, handsome, a little bit of an ass, a little bit of a sass to him, and I love it, and he's red and black. This is perfect. He's the edgy pirate we all wanted.
I just took one look at this guy. The first 15 minutes, I'm like, this is Toon. This is Toon as a fucking pirate.
No, it's funny, too, because I denied it at first, like, nah, I'm not that edgy, and then he said something snarky. I'm like, yeah, I would say that if I was a pirate. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. Maybe I just have a thing for thieves. I just have a thing for bad guys, like him and Sly Cooper, just like, up there.
I don't know. You have to admit, it's uncanny just watching this dude. It's
because he's red and black, isn't it?
Well, it's not even that. It's just, that's the first thing that took me off. Like, is he gonna be like it just connected in my brain automatically.
Well, Sinbad's one of the great characters in this. I think Marina, as well, was a very strong female character for the time.
Oh, yeah, Yeah, of course, there's still that stereotypical women thing going on, but you kind of...
Oh, we're damsels, we're princesses, we're not allowed to be badass.
And now she's badass, fighting pretty much the weirdest freaking things.
Like sirens, like other dudes, like on a freaking island that's actually a giant sea creature.
Which, it took me a moment to figure it out. It's like, wait a minute.
That's a big Pokemon. Oh, that's actually a good thing, though. The banter between Sinbad and Marina is probably one of the best parts of this movie, for me at least. Just the back and forth bickering romance between these two.
It's like the tension is so high, you can cut it with a freaking sword.
It's like the sexual tension is just it's oozing from the DVD player, I swear. You could just smell it at this point, just like, oh, well, you two just But it's played up so well, though. I like it. I like that they do it enough to make it, I guess, real between the two of them. Like, you've seen, like, the whole, oh, I hate you, oh, I hate you too, I kind of like you, I kind of like you too, I love you too. Just, like, it descends from, like, hate into love, and it's very believable.
Well, I think it's believable here because they don't know who the other is very well at the beginning. Like, he's seen her before, but he's never actually, talked to her.
Well, she's a tough character. She's a princess, I think, that didn't want to be a princess and instead wanted to be a pirate. I'm like, now, where have I seen this before? Female who is trapped within a role that she doesn't want to, so she goes against that into a more manly role that people look at and like, wait, what? Oh, okay, I guess we're going with that. I swear, I've seen this around this time. There seems to be an era around the early 2000s where women were just like, no! I'm going against my usual roles, and I'm going to be something awesome that the guys can like. I'm going to be like a guy, because masculinity is cool. Thank God we don't do that much. We don't do that much now anymore, thank God.
No, we just act like regular people.
Yeah. I think, though, oh, Eris. Eris is also a great character.
Oh, yeah. It's kind of... Oh, go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Okay. I was going to say that I was kind of expecting her to show up a little bit more. You kind of only see her in key points, but her appearances, you can kind of see how manipulative she is.
She's not really a villain, per se. She's more kind of like... I think someone who's like on the chaotic side isn't necessarily a villain. Given the power that she has, she just likes to mess with people. Like, you see that with what she's able to control. She's the goddess of chaos. She's like a female Discord, and you can't help but really fall for her character. You really like it. But the thing is, though, there's not much depth to her.
True. But then again, we're supposed to focus more on the main crew and Sinbad and Marina.
Yeah.
So she's supposed to be more of a natural force, I guess.
Which makes sense in the end with how she plays out. She isn't really destroyed or sealed away. She's just like, well, I lost one battle. Whatever. You have fun with your little thing. I'm gonna go mess with somebody else. I'm gonna sink someone else's ship because I'm bored now.
Oh, I'll save the ending for later because there's something I want to say about it. But like the shipping vibes just grow after the scene when a wild Articuno appears.
Oh, yeah. I remember we were watching this just like, is that Articuno? We said that like at the same time.
Yeah.
Or no, actually, additionally, I was thinking, is that the Alolan version of the bird from Rescuers Down Under? Maybe?
Oh my god.
Topical Pokemon references for the win. No, there was so much great action for early 2000s movie. Like, you could tell there's a great mix of some of the new CGI that they were going for. Like, it reminded me a lot of Treasure Planet at some points.
It wasn't so bad. The CGI, you could, because of its time, it's still kind of
new,
very noticeable. It's CGI.
It wasn't CGI back then. It was more just CG.
Or I guess, yeah, CG. But it still fit, like the scene with the sirens in the water. That's pretty nice.
I bet for the time that was very impressive, and for now, well, it looks cool, but we've had things in terms of animation that have gone much further above that. Like, we have motion capture stuff, like Avatar and like with recent Star Wars and I think like Planet of the Apes and whatnot.
Well, yeah, it's been like, 13 years?
Give or take, yeah.
So it'd be surprising if we haven't advanced since then.
Yeah. So is there anything we didn't like about this movie?
I'm trying to think. Like I already mentioned, the one thing I didn't like, the Eris, I didn't like how little she appeared. I wish they would have given her a little bit more. Just a tiny bit more.
Yeah, I guess... For me, the movie felt really, like, by the end, you're just like, wait, that's it? Like, it went by really fast for me. And maybe that's due to the pacing, but what they were able to do, I loved how tight it was, but at the same time, I didn't. It's weird like that. When you love a movie and it goes by so quickly, you feel a little bit disappointed there.
Yeah, it could have used a bit of breathing room. Another few minutes.
Oh yeah, another filler scene where Sinbad and Marina want to rip their heads off. That'll work.
Well, they could have used it, for Eris, but okay.
No, I want to see my ship. I want to see my ship. I need more ship fuel for my Tumblr vlog, all right?
Let's see. The ending, though, oh my god. That was intense. Like, thinking back, like, when they were in Eris's realm to Tartarus?
Tartarus, yeah.
Tartarus. It's like, just that entire scene is just amazing. It's well animated. It gives you a nice sense of tension, and
you really don't know where it's gonna go, like when you think of the character and whatnot, because Sinbad gets like a crap ton of development through this, so you really don't know if he's serious about like going back to like fix everything. And when he does, you're just like, oh my god, imagine if the movie ended like this.
I know. Like, even if it had ended that way, I don't know how I would feel about it, because it ended. What supposedly happened is that Eris said that if he was lying, she would not give him back the book. So he was technically lying, but then he went back, making it that he wasn't lying, so she had to give back the book. It's just complicated.
It's complicated, but you see the way he played it, like, though he is extremely clever for a thief.
Well, yeah. And another thing I did like is that they established she had earlier relationship with another character in the story, which makes it believe that he'll take his place when he, gets sentenced to death.
Oh, that's the other thing I didn't like. I didn't like Sinbad's friend that much because he felt like he was a plot device at that point. Because we were all thinking, Marina's gonna dump him. You know it's gonna happen, but at least they let it down gently enough to where instead of her just running off, him just staring like, dude, WTF? You stole my girl. He's just like, no, you belong to the sea. I belong here. You go and sail off with your edgy boyfriend. But it works though. See, the thing is with this movie, the problems that I have, I can justify, and then they don't become problems for me.
Yeah, that's one of the beautiful things of this movie.
That you have a problem with it, something doesn't go the way you want it to, but in the end, you think about it and you're like, oh, okay, that makes more sense. Okay, that's not a problem. So this movie is really, really good. It's underrated in a lot of areas. For its time, it was impressive. Now, it's still really good. I highly recommend it to anyone who goes out there to see it. I give it a solid 9, personally.
You can count me on there, too. It's a pretty great animated movie. A hidden gem for anybody who hasn't seen it yet.
Hidden gem, the treasure of the seas, and pirates.
Yes. Arg.
Arg. What are you doing? All right.
You're just too adorable.
Yeah, well, you love me for a reason. You know you love me.
Of course I do.
So, go ahead and put down in the comments what you think of Sinbad if you've seen it, or hopefully after this review you go out and see it for yourself and come back here and put your thoughts on the movie. It's definitely worth it, in my opinion. And as an added bonus, go ahead and subscribe to Mimkage on her DeviantArt and her YouTube. Her work is just phenomenal.
Aw, thank you.
I also get free heart from her, so it helps. No, I'm just kidding, babe. No, her work is absolutely amazing. She's one of my new title card artists, so yeah, I think she's pretty cool too. I mean, if she wasn't cool, she wouldn't be here.
We have an agreement. He gives me the snuggles, I give him the art.
That's a pretty good agreement we got there, I think.
Yep.
All right, so thank you all for watching. Go ahead, you do the comment thingy. Go ahead and subscribe, all that good stuff. Thank you for watching, and with that being said, Mimi, do you have anything you want to say?
No, I think I'm good.
All right, this has been Mimkage and I, and we're keeping you totally tuned for your entertainment. Stay awesome.